you guys heard about the plot of Halo 5?
Steve?
No, I refuse.
It's
no, it's bad.
okay,
I played it. And I hated it.
There's about to be Halo 5 spoilers in here, so
listen,
just so you know.
Listen, I played it, and it is the. First of all, the fact that they had the gall to end that on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Okay. So for those of you who don't know,
we're not finishing the fight here.
In Halo 5, literally Cortana is the villain.
Okay, that's...
She's like not even the villain. Like she's got a plan to save humanity by doing bad things. Like
right,
bad things for a good cause.
It's basically the plot of Age of Ultron and Halo.
Yeah. But the whole thing is like you don't even get to see if like
Corey, they just Dungeon 2.
They basically give you a half-finished game that only takes 5 hours to beat, and then they're like,
yeah, go east. Keep going.
The multiplayer is fucking good in Halo 5, though, I'm told.
I didn't play it because I was mad.
Great.
Go south. Wait, I'm not.
I was watching some pro Halo 5.
Go, yeah.
It's really good.
Go one more frame over. And
then also, these dudes were super into it.
I really enjoyed the parts where I played as Master Chief, and I really hated the parts where I played as Locke.
There we go.
Go west.
Oh yeah, you do play as another Spartan.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't. It's just his parts aren't well written, and they feel kind of bland. Where I'm just sitting there like, man, fighting with the Master Chief, like you're fighting the Covenant. Every time you play as Locke, you're fighting the stupid Robo cops. Or whatever they are. The
Robo cops?
I don't know, there's some sort of AI dumb thing.
Are you just declaring that, or are you reading chat?
Well, I mean, Chrism liked Skyward Sword. He's wrong.
I too like Skyward Sword.
Get out, Logan! No!
Sorry.
Right,
it's good.
Your favorite Zelda? Have you played the other ones?
This dungeon is so blue.
Oh, wait, is it your favorite Zelda? Or?
Yeah.
Oh no, Skyward Sword isn't my favorite.
Well, Black Knight's favorite is Skyward Sword. Chrism says he liked it. So.
My favorite is Ocarina of Time.
My favorite was Link's Awakening.
What? No, it's Ocarina. I'm sorry. The pronunciation Ocarina.
It's not made out of oak.
I would have assumed that Ocarina was just the reference to its coloring.
That noise in Macarena is horrible.
Yeah,
if you ever listen to it at high volume, it sounds terrifying.
Why would I ever?
Like they're hockey.
Why would you listen to it at all?
I spent a lot of time at the skating rink as a kid.
Oh my god. Guys, I went to a skating rink and they stopped playing nostalgic music and now it's just pop music. That's just like...
Oh, that's gross.
Okay, I was at the pool when I was like 8 years old and the song Detachable Penis came on.
Oh yeah. Is that Greenskeepers?
I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what that song was, so I'm just listening to these, obviously ludicrous lyrics and I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
It's an incredible
Who's
song.
playing this? There's kids here! Like me, I'm 8 years old.
I'm a kid and this isn't appropriate.
I'm 12 and what is this?
Indeed.
Mom, please explain these lyrics to me. Mom, please.
Why did they spontaneously do that?
Danny, it's best not to ask questions.
I just felt like the Skyward Sword story was not good, and I didn't think the controls were super
It
good
was
either.
simple. You know what? The story was super simple.
It was.
I can go in on this, and my problems aren't story.
The whole linear thing about it, there wasn't. I mean, they kind of reduced the whole open world aspect of it more and more.
My thing was, they did that, but they somehow managed to not make it feel any smaller, to me anyway. Like, because I felt the environments were super rich, especially because of the amazing art style that they used.
I don't like
the art style or anything like that, but like
get them ropes, kill the
the sky. That bothered me because like
did you watch the
this really open sky, but there's nothing there.
What's
That's how I feel the whole time I play Wind Waker.
Oh look, you have Master Chief on your shirt.
I do. I got a lot of different.
No,
yeah,
that's Samus for Metroid. I was making a joke. Master Chief is not on your shirt.
No, I'd be surprised.
I don't know.
There's only Nintendo characters.
Really?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
That's not true. There's a chocobo.
Bland. It wasn't pretty to look at. It was just like this big.
No, there's not.
Taupe sky. I don't know.
I like it.
I had a hard time flying too. I don't know. I think
I did not get flying the first time.
I just really liked. I don't know. I really enjoyed Skyward Sword as a whole.
Do I really need the magic?
Definitely not even close to my favorite in the series. I will say that.
I didn't hate it.
the four 3D console Zeldas before
Okay,
it, I think are some of
here's
four of the best video
here's
games.
two actual
Yes,
easy
I
problems
agree.
with Skyward Sword. The fight with Demise over and over and over
Yeah.
again. Having the same fight about 4 or 5 times.
I mean, the imprisoned.
The imprisoned.
And
sorry.
also, yes, that was actually fucking awful.
The fight with Girahim, the little demony man, pretty cool.
He looks
Yeah.
like a stand.
I don't know what
I've
it
never
means.
played
Oh, it's
Skyward
JoJo.
Sword. Is that one only for the Wii?
But also
Yes.
the fact that
I don't know,
each one of the
You have a Wii
three,
U?
the cross conversations happening in, the 3 places that you can go on the map are your overworld map where you're flying is effectively a level select screen.
Yeah.
That
was my problem.
ruins immersion. Like I know that people got tired of all the sailing in Wind Waker, but it made the world feel connected and large. You're like, oh, it took forever. Yeah. What does fast travel in Skyrim do for you? Fast travel when you play Skyrim ruins the fact that the world is even connected to anything else.
Yeah.
You're just warping to different places and the places in between where the cool shit happens. Like the reason you play Skyward Sword, or not Skyward Sword, but Skyrim and games like that, isn't so you can just go to the quest places, it's so you can find the cool shit in between. I'm not going to level 8 right now, I'm just trying to get through here. Sweet lord.
Prism. Tell me about that. Tell me about that fast way to fight the imprisoned next time I see you. Or actually, if you care to copy it.
Yeah,
into
there's
the
a lot
chat.
of chat happening,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I agree. But with at least like with Skyrim and with Wind Waker, like you had the option to not fast travel,
Yeah.
whereas with Skyward Sword, there was no other choice but to go back to the sky to
Yeah.
get to.
Now that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Was there no warping at all in that?
in what?
In Skyward Sword?
No, like your warping is just going from
Yeah, you had
place
to go back
place.
to the sky. But
You
like you
didn't-
couldn't run from the forest to Lanayru Desert
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever.
That would have been nice. I will give you
Yeah.
that. Like interconnectivity. Those were my favorite
Yeah.
features of the Banjo-Kazooie
Twilight
games.
Princess.
They
did a good
had,
job
you
of
know,
that.
you go and you pick your
Oh,
level
yeah.
to go into.
Banjo-Kazooie did a great
I
job with
yeah.
the
love
secret
those
shortcuts
games.
between the
Well,
levels.
and I think that those games are more
Good
collectathons
stuff.
than the Legend of Zelda.
They are collectathons,
is,
yeah,
is,
for sure.
is kind of sort of what the reason
Like
for that is.
rare made collectathons.
But
like,
I feel that
God help you if you ever played Donkey Kong 64.
yeah, you guys are definitely right about the lack of interconnectivity in the levels. I think.
Loviander said, I just remember the stamina meter in Skyward Sword and that meter again.
Yeah.
I like
That
it.
was
Okay,
great.
I'll just totally defend Nintendo on that. I really liked the ability to like do dashing and shit, like with an a like a little AP meter. I
It
absolutely love that.
I think it's fine. It wasn't a huge pain, but I think it got overused. There were too many sections where you had to run across sand or some shit.
The only thing I didn't like about it was I didn't care for the UI of it, like the way that it was a little bubble that followed you around. I didn't care for that.
I don't know. The stamina felt like it
They
was
should just
it was a
make it
hindrance. Like because it was.
There we go. This will be
I
100.
don't know. It was. I don't know how to explain
What are you
it.
buying now?
Everything.
I liked it.
Like greed consumed in it.
I'll buy.
I've only
You're
played
such a
once,
shopaholic, Denny.
I'd like to play.
Admittedly,
Zelda
so
beat
will I,
shopping.
so will
I've only played Skyward Sword once.
I'd like to do a let's play of
Did I
it.
complete Skyward Sword?
Yeah, that game is longer than Twilight Princess. That game is
Ow.
seriously super long.
Yeah, it is.
The game is long. It's all fluffed.
Yeah. Well, that was my.
I
first-
didn't. I disagree with that too.
I love Twilight Princess. It is
Fuck up.
like I played it very recently,
Oh, yeah.
and it's slowly becoming one of my favorite ones. But with that one too, like there was a lot of fluff in it. That there was so much shit that you
Prism. Sorry.
there was just so much extra shit that it felt like you had to do. Like with the
Collecting
the
materials.
rod of uselessness that you had to recharge for some reason.
The Dominion Rod.
Yeah, like that.
That was weird.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It felt like an afterthought. Where like they were like, okay, we need to add like 3 extra hours of gameplay. So like, well, let's add in the
buy that
storyline
meat.
where that just
That
doesn't
meat.
work.
They had that in the Temple of Time, didn't they?
Do I want to
Yeah, it
fuss
worked
with
in the Temple of Time, but then you
Shield?
leave
I don't
and then it
think
just
so.
stops working.
I don't want to fuss with Shield.
Okay, I really liked the intro to the Temple of Time.
Oh, no, that-
In Twilight
that was-
Princess, that
was
beautiful
wonderful.
game
I love it.
sequence. Chrism points out I think if the stamina meter got some upgrades like the heart meter, it'd be fine.
Yes,
I definitely
I
agree with
agree
that.
with that.
That would have been good for immersion. Like, especially since Skyward Sword had so many things you could upgrade, upgrading items and shit, and like kind of felt like there was like a baby crafting system there, which I had fun. I had fun upgrading the shield, and, like upgrading the shield and a couple of the other items and stuff. That was fun for me. So yeah, if you could have like collected some twigs and berries and upgraded your friggin' stamina meter, I think that would have been rewarding.
How would have twigs and berries have helped?
I don't know. There's,
Protein, man.
Well, that's what I
Hidden gem
think
there.
the crafting system in like
folks.
Breath of the Wild. That's one thing I'm like
Looking forward to it.
super stoked about.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that, and actually kind of delighted a little bit to see that. In there.
I'm going to purchase a Wii U for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I'm getting
also
the NX for that. I'm going all in.
Oh sure. Okay.
They have
yeah.
said that
If I can
the
skip
two
a console,
versions are going to be identical, which I'm happy with.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
still want the NX. I'm a Nintendo fanboy at heart, so I'm gonna have the newest system.
Fair enough.
I'm
I'm worried about
Everyone
what it's
from
going to be.
Mario and Zelda.
I think they've pretty much hacked it to death. You know, we kind of know. It's
None of the
So
rumors are
much.
confirmed, obviously, but like, I don't know if they're necessarily
Give it.
that credible.
I
have lost the page with the comments. on
And
it,
this
by
is
the way.
how Denny acquires the magic sword before we go to the 5th dungeon.
Don't know if I get back there. Oh, there we go.
Prism Phoenix. Yeah, I tend to agree. I think they learned a lot from Skyward Sword, and then Breath of the Wild just kind of taking those really good elements and just probably incorporating that. But I watched I watched Ego Raptor go balls nuts about how much he hated Skyward Sword, and I couldn't help but agree with most of the things he said.
Are you talking about? You might actually be talking about Barry's video about the sky,
No, I saw that one too, and I agree. Like how it was just this
the
weird.
coffee-colored sky.
Yeah, it felt boring. Like there was just nothing there to look at.
There wasn't anything there to interact with.
Yeah.
Like even Wind Waker had barrels and enemies.
And
And
it was
Yeah.
it was pretty. Like
It
it was
was
just
pretty,
It was
yeah.
just super fun to look. I don't know, but
even if it did occasionally make me kind of seasick,
a little bit, yeah.
which I think is kind of the point. A big problem for me with Skyward Sword is and this is a common problem with Zelda games, and it can be, is reusing levels. Skyward Sword in particular is bad about this because not only would you play through an area before a dungeon, and then you would go through it in like sort of nighttime mode and collect the tears and whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right? You go through and it's like it's not called Twilight, but it's called some sort of like dreamscape thing where there are those sentinels that you're trying not to wake up.
I did not like that.
Yeah, and that's just reusing the area. But then again, later on, some slight thing about the area would change, and you'd go through it again.
Yeah.
Like one of the forest flooded or whatever, and that can be fine. Like it's a hallmark of Zelda games to come back to an area and something has changed. Like light world, dark world, past, present, all the seasons, all the ages. Like that's a thing. But something that change has to mean something.
Yeah.
It can't just be
And
like the
that
same
was-
area.
That's
Realm.
one gripe I have.
Silent Realm, thank you.
Yeah,
Just 'cause of mommy.
Thank you.
that was the one gripe I had with
So
like
360
Twilight Princess.
It's good.
Was the Twilight area, and like that was fine because at least
Silent Realm, we're calling it that.
Yo, that's what it was. I mean, or something like that. But
Where am I? I'm lost.
Like with
I'm
the-
not lost. I know where I'm going.
like in Twilight Princess, where you had to go into the Twilight, and you had to go collect all those tears.
No, I want to do this dungeon first.
And I'm glad in the remake
Sorry, everyone, we're backtracking.
they cut that down. Like they knocked off like 3 or 4 bugs that you didn't have to go chase down. Because it's like a collectathon thing where it's just like it's filler. Like you're not
They're just giving you something to do.
right. Like you're just chasing something.
They're giving the ability to slap on that the game takes a few more hours under the box.
Did anyone advertise that on boxes anymore? Honestly,
Whatever.
I'm in a weird
Who cares?
place. I'm in a weird place in my life
The
where I
White
would be.
Chupacabra, if I knew who you were, I could tell you whether I miss you too. Which chances are I probably do. I probably miss you.
There we
Low Beyonder does not like Ocarina of Time. Why not?
go. Ooh.
That's a fair assessment. I think
There actually are like valid criticisms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I liked it a lot.
No,
so I
definitely.
just-
Uh,
I've never heard anyone
It's
criticize before.
its status
Ego
as a
Raptor.
classic is you know is unquestionable, but
Yeah,
its
that's
actual
right.
quality is totally
Especially, like,
subjective.
you know when people say it's the greatest game ever made.
No.
I think it introduced
Excuse
a
me,
lot of
Pepsi Man for the Sega CDIs.
It is
What?
it is maybe the greatest.
I already.
It's the greatest game of its generation.
Oh, I'm
Maybe.
stupid.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think it introduced a lot of
I thought you already did.
things
Definitely.
I
that
did. I
came
thought I had
to
for some reason.